Hi there, hope you're doing well today and welcome back to Valheim. This is episode 17 and today I have quite a bit planned on the building and base side of things. The biggest of which is decorating around Firereach a bit more, especially this town center area here. I would like to add a few more decorations off of the main paths here, as well as add a few more structures. So to get started today, I want to start construction on this building here. I put up this very rough shape a long time ago and want to finally make it into something. And that something is going to be the town tanner, one of two buildings I have planned for today. As is pretty custom with the way that I go about building, I drew a rough sketch of the top down of this place, just to get an idea for the dimensions and where I want to put things. So I think on the interior, this smaller section off to the side is going to be the service counter, and then the rest of it will be filled with merchandise and other decorations. So that's the plan. I'm going to build up the main structure of this place and we'll see how it looks. Okay, so I finished the main shell of this place and I think it looks pretty good. I think it's a little empty on this side. I tried to add something to fix that, but it just doesn't really feel complete to me. I also can't really even add anything because it's so close to the town square. So I'm gonna just shift this whole building like a tile to the right. It's also kind of small, so I'm gonna make it a hair bigger, like that. So I ended up just making it a little bit bigger and not really moving it over to the side. I do think that with the increase in size, this blank wall matters just a little bit less to me. I think that this little bit sticking out makes it pretty interesting to look at from the main angle you'll be looking at it from, because even seeing it from this angle on this path doesn't really feel too out of place or empty. It honestly feels pretty good. I did just realize I forgot to extend the roof on this part with this little overhang area, and honestly, that helps it a lot. I'm completely content with this building now. So now that the tanner's shop is in place, they need somewhere to get their hides from, so I plan to build a butcher shop. And I was originally planning on building right in this plot here, but seeing how this building looks so close to the town square, I think it'll make it feel just a little too cluttered. So I'm gonna move it over to this section here along this other path. I think that also makes more sense with the butcher shop being so close to the farm where all of the animals would be. Geez, it got dark quick. I ran away for 1 second. Anyway, I'm going to get started on building. I am, however, out of wood. So I'm going to go ahead and make myself an iron axe. Oh, too much iron. It does take 20 iron, but I think it'll be worth it in the long run. Iron axe. Beautiful. Well, now to chop wood. Oh, I can one-hit them now. Alright, yeah, that was worth it. Oh! That was close. That was awful. Oh, jeez. Okay. That should definitely be enough. Now that I can start construction, I just need some flat ground. And that should definitely be enough space. Which means it's time to get building. And of course, here is my sketch for the butcher shop. The 3x3 cube right here is going to be the actual shop, and then the 2x4 in the back will be the butchering area. So I'm going to do something that I didn't quite do for this building. I'm going to go back to my building process because I just love it. There is the main floor plan in place. I think that'll fit very well here. Next up would be the frame. And that should do it. I actually really like this shape so far. Oh god, that looks so cool. I love doing this. Next up would be the walls, and what I'm going to do for this place is keep this wall pretty much completely open, much like the workshop over there, and just have an open front shop. And then the butchering area will be surrounded by walls with doors entering the shop right here. There we go. Yeah, that looks nice. I'm tempted to do another open wall here, similarly to what I have like at the workshop, but I don't quite know. Let me try something quick. Yeah, I don't think I like it. I don't think I like it. You know, something like that feels a little bit better. Yeah, you know, I like that. I like that a lot more. So I figured out the shape of this place. That just means I have the roof left to do. The most annoying part, some might say. Thankfully, this roof is pretty straightforward. It's not too complex. Unlike that one. That one was a nightmare. You kidding me? More trolls. I hate these things. Nasty thing. Get out of here. Alright, so the butcher has been built. I am very, very happy with this building. And it looks really good from pretty much every angle you approach it from, which I certainly appreciate. So now that the buildings are up, it's time to decorate Firereach a little bit. And I figured since it's that time of year, I'll probably incorporate a lot of the Yuletide stuff as well. But before I get to decorating, I have something I want to investigate. And that would be the trinkets. Where were you? Heart of the Forest. I was reading a little bit about these, and the adrenaline effect is something that comes from using weapons, I believe. Yeah, you get adrenaline from parrying. Let us see. Heart of the Forest. New item. Heart of the Forest. Oh, is that Hukin? I bring tidings. Thank you. It's been a long time since I've seen you, buddy. Adrenaline surges through you. Craw, craw, warrior. Is that a gleaming trinket I see in your grasp? Don it with pride and let its power course through you as you strike down your foes. Once your adrenaline reaches its peak, you are sure to be rewarded. Oh, that's such a cool function. Yeah, I think how this works is that blocking and parrying gives you adrenaline, and then once you reach the adrenaline marker listed on the item, the trinket, it gives you that effect, which is really, really cool. God, I want to test this thing out. And so I'm going to. I could literally just test it on something as stupid as this guy, but... Oh, there it is. It's building on the bottom. Dude, that is so cool. So you get adrenaline from doing anything, I guess. The Mark Nut Mines. I still love this build. I think it's so unique. Hey, Grey Dwarf. I need, like, a gang of them to come up on me. Or maybe I could find a troll. Hold on. I don't know where any spawn, but I'll try up here. Troll cave. Is there a troll hiding in here? Yes, there is. Come here, buddy. Oh, my adrenaline's building. Ow! Oh, there it is. Dude, that's so cool. This game just keeps getting better. Anyways, back home. Dude, I love this game so much. Oh my god. I could literally just look at this game's environments for hours. It's perfect. Oh, is that a bear? Huh. Hey, buddy. Come here. Oh my god, that actually scared me. Ow. That was a disgusting sound. Alright, back home. Time to put all this gunk away. I have so much food stuff. I need to move this over into the lizard's thumb at some point soon. Alright, that was a fun little detour there, but it's time to get back to business. Decorating Firereach. I want to put most of my efforts into the town square here, like doing up these little market stalls, putting benches, finishing the fencing around the place. Like, I just want to make it look nice. And as I said earlier, putting some nice Yuletide decorations up. Okay, so I went and gathered some building supplies, and this is all the stuff I think I'll need to get decorating. A lot of this is just for making colored items, like banners and gifts and what have you. So I think a good place to start would be by fencing all the way around the town center. Oh, the music kicked in at the perfect time. And there we go. We're completely fenced in. God, already that just helps it a lot. That's nice. I think I'll leave this area unfenced. I kind of like the plotted garden here. So what's next for this place? I'm going to say a little bit of seating. It's so stupid. That's cool. I like that. See, I love stuff like this. Little world building moments. I think it's so cool. So far this place is filling out really nicely, actually. I kind of like how it creates little paths and things that you have to walk around. I think that makes it feel a lot more like lived in, if that makes sense. I also did make a slight change to this market stall here where you can actually like walk in and sit down now. I think that just feels a lot better to me. I still need to figure out how to do that for this side though. Oh, these banners are big. That's so cool. That's pretty cool. I like that a lot. I think that one will sit right there. Oh, that looks really cool. Yeah, that just looks good, man. I added a couple little lights over here so they can actually see what they're doing. Anyway, sorry, I got distracted with the banners. It's time for Yule. And I was thinking it would be really cool to put presents underneath this big oak tree here in town center. Oh, it looks so cool. I love that. And you know what? Maybe I'll also put a little banner hanging from this tree somewhere. I think that could be a cool idea as well. Yeah, that looks nice. I might put it just a little bit higher. There we go. There's my little banner on the tree. That feels very Yuletide, right? Very peppermint. I think that will do for the area around the tree at least. I've got plenty more Yuletide decorating to do, however. And I'm going to continue on this little Yuletide streak by putting up a few trees and some garlands around town. Alright, start with the inn. I think this place could probably use a little tree. Oh, a little far out. Hold on. Maybe right there. Oh, yeah. Maybe a couple little presents as well. Beautiful. Just beautiful. And I think I'll go ahead and put a little garland right above the door. There we go. Looking nice. I think the foundry could probably use a little cheer. Maybe right here. A present or two here as well. So cozy. I feel like this marketplace in particular could probably use one. How about that? Oh, that just actually looks cool. Some garland for the butcher shop, the tanner, and of course I can't forget about my home. I'm thinking some garland right here above my door and my fireplace. And now that I have the space free, I figured the tree could go right in this corner. It's almost built for it. Right there. And of course I need some presents. Can't forget about myself here. God, I love it. This game is so cozy. I love walking around this place and seeing it full of cheer and life. To finish up decorating Firereach, I would like to add a few benches, stools, chairs, random piles of resources, kinda just around town. I've been wanting to put a bench right here since I built this path. And there we are. That's a perfect place for a bench. I would love to sit here. I'm thinking another bench right along this path. And I want to put a little stool here as well. There we go. Another bench right out front of the inn. And lastly, a little chair right in front of the foundry. Nice spot to sit. And lastly, a little chair right in front of the... It is really, really storming. Oh my god. Anyways, I think I'll add a lot more seating once I build and finish more paths here in Firereach, especially up in this area. I really need to work on that. The last tiny little details I want to add are piles of resources around the respective buildings. Like in front of the forge, I was thinking I could put a pile of coal. right here. And the inn, needing to make a lot of renovations and repairs to this giant building, as well as just fuel their fires, could probably do with a stack of wood. Right there. I have a feeling both the workbench and the pile of wood will move in the future, but for the time being, this is where they'll be. At this point, I would say that I am very happy with the decorating I've done today. While I was running around adding little details, I did, however, realize that I don't quite like the tanner. I just don't think it looks very good, especially compared to how the butcher came out. I really like this structure. So I'm going to go ahead and make a very quick adjustment by knocking down essentially this whole front section of the building. You'll see what I mean in just a second. There we go. Yeah, that looks so much better. Oh my god, that other building kind of was just a little bit ugly. Anyway, no more ugly. This looks so much better. Now that that mistake has been adjusted, I want to stop slacking off a little on my interiors. I mean, I still haven't done the farmhouse, and it's been way too long. So I'm going to get right to it on these interiors. And so I did. I feel like more often than not, building interiors is really just boring, a lot of trial and error, like just testing things out, so I don't really love showing that on my videos, but what I do love showing is the completed project. So here's the front of the tanner. I think with the change in this building's design, it just made things a lot easier to decorate, especially the outside. The interior did get a little tighter as a result, but I honestly think I did pretty good with what little space I did have. Now moving on to the butcher shop, on one half of the room we have this butchering table, and on the other half we have meat. It took a lot of trial and error and messing around with this game's mechanics to make it work, but it looks so good. So good, in fact, that I went ahead and used it on the floor as well. I think this looks so super cool. It's very simple, very straightforward, but it really gets the job done. I also built a couple decorations behind the counter as well. God, I love doing those tours. I'd really like showing off the completed interior of these structures. It's so fun. That does it for all of my major plans for today. We have two new structures here in Firereach, the tanner and the butcher. I am so incredibly happy with how these two structures turned out. I had a bit of trouble with the tanner, just trying to get the shape right and make it feel like it belongs, but I think in the end it fits in very well. The butcher shop, however, was perfect from the start, and it is perfect in the end. It's so beautiful. Like I said before, I am very proud of this little setup here. I love breaking games' building mechanics, and this game makes it really fun to do it. Anyways, I think that's going to do it for me for today. This is a very nice building episode. I would say a much needed one after the chaos of the swamps last time. It's always nice to have a little bit of a break from that. And this was an especially productive one. I mean, we have two new buildings here, the tanner and the butcher, and the town was decorated with some Yuletide cheer, as well as just decorated in general. This whole area feels so much more lived in now. Next episode, however, is back to progress. I plan to fully prepare myself to fight bone mass. I want to upgrade my armor a lot more, maybe even go get more iron, as well as plant my turnips and make some really good foods and meats. Anyways, until then, thank you for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. I hope you have a wonderful holiday season, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.